A feminine trait that men have been suffering from in the Western world for a decent amount of time, especially when you live in a gynocentric society or when you live in a society where you're raised by single mothers at a high rate or you're doing things that don't seem to fit a masculine role, but you're trying to pass it off as a masculine role. That's typically what we're dealing with in men today. Men don't want to ever really change or improve themselves, so they typically just stay within these feminine traits and don't even realize that they're displaying them at the moment in time, which is actually pretty sad. It's very sad. It's very sad in the least, but what can you do? This is Vedic Ghost. Like, share, like, subscribe, and share. One of the many problems that a lot of men suffer from in this day and age is their ability to hold grudges and or, don't not let go of the past. And I've talked about this in many videos before this. And I've always said that women women typically women typically are the ones who hold grudges and or never let go of the past. I've also talked about women viewing the current man as the last man, so therefore this is why she feels entitled in a lot of these times. And also the entitlement also comes from society placing them on a pedestal. The problem is, you as a man, if you place the woman on a pedestal, you have nobody to blame but yourself, especially if you got screwed. Because at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you as a man went above and beyond your own comfort zone and you didn't listen to any reasoning while you did it. And this is why you're in the mess that you're in today. Forget the fact that, none of this stuff makes any sense to you because you're not really thinking things fully through or clearly, for the fact that you're stuck in this mentality and you're not growing outside of this mentality, and you're looking for reassurance and or confirmation from other people around you to let you know that this mentality is good for you to feel, for all intents and purposes. It's basically like the people who think that, life has passed them by and they've given up on life and nobody would ever love them, when in fact people do love them. But the question is, are they actually in love with that person that actually loves them? Because typically as human beings, we have this ability to point fingers at women, but we ourselves never date down, or we never date below something that we don't think we don't date below something we think we deserve. Even if we don't deserve what we think we deserve, we typically try our best not to date below what we don't deserve, for all intents and purposes. And that's pretty much how it's always been in life. And what ends up happening is you get a group of men who think damn they're like women or identical to women, and they don't want to date down. Or you get a group of men that, say that they can never get a girl, or they're ugly, or they're short, or they're this and they're that. And the sad part about that is, if you ever go out in society and look at the world, you typically realize very quickly not everybody that a woman's holding hands with got a chiseled chin or good heels, or, or that aren't even tall, for all intents and purposes. Hell, I've seen women wearing heels that are as tall as the men that they're on a date with. I've seen women wearing heels that are taller than the men they're on a date with. And it's just things like that that just blows my mind, that people don't seem to understand, or they don't seem to process properly. But they always push a certain narrative based on a small sample size on the internet, but they don't want to look at what's actually going on around them in public, in society. And they'll say something, well, like, well, they're going to leave that person anyway. Well, everybody's going to leave everybody eventually. And 9 times out of 10, that guy's probably cheating on her anyway, and she's probably going to leave that man anyway. So what is the point? Because nobody knows anything about morality and relationships anymore these days. And that's typically one of the main problems. But that morality and relationships will be a different video for a different day. And the sad part about that is, when it comes down to it, people live in this bubble, or people live this way because they want to believe wholeheartedly what they believe in, when in fact, every now and again, it's further from the truth. And you have to be able to grow and overcome it, for all intents and purposes, the best way I could put it. That's about it.